welcome beautiful intuitive heroines from around the world. We are here together for our new moon in Taurus, our second beat in our adventure together, working through the astro calendar, beat by beat, moon by moon. It's my absolute delight to be with you. I've just been joined by Loretta Jo. Hello, my beautiful moon queen. As you come in, feel free to call yourself into the circle. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Intuitive heroines are dropping into the circle right now. And this is what I invite as we begin together for our Taurus new moon. I invite, find comfort. If anything, and everything actually, for Taurus is, am I comfortable? Is everybody comfortable? So seriously, do you need some snacks? Do you need another cushion? Because Taurus energy is very wanting to come home to self. So as we're calling in our circle here, as we've got Michelle from North Carolina, we've got Rose in Harlem, New York. I know Loretta Jo is in New Hampshire. Beautiful. Oh, and here Sonia is with Heather and Michelle, driving back from a Dave Matthews band. Yes. Finding what you need as we call in this circle. So we are at the next beat of our moon adventure together, my amazing intuitive heroines. So as I call in the circle, I'm going to invite you to choose you. I mean, I want you to do that every day. But when we're here together in this new moon circle, don't see it as Deb's going live, just talking at me. Be inside the circle with me. And that's including you, amazing women who are watching the replay. I invite you to pause now and just to really tune in and take the next 30 minutes for you. For you. Yes. My beautiful women, thank you for joining me inside our Taurus New Moon Circle. For those who are tuning in and you don't know me, then I'm Deb D. I'm the founder of the Be Her Collective, and as a collective of women around the world, we are reclaiming our intuitive wisdom, remembering who the fuck we are, and returning to our birthright status as the heroine of our life, of our stories, of our leadership. That's who we are. We are the intuitive heroines of the Be Her Collective, and every new moon, we come together to gather, to pause together, to find the truth within, and then from that place, set intentions. Because every new moon, the moon says, please can you do what I'm doing, and just pause. Pause, please, just for a moment. And then you will find exactly what you need. So consider this your moment of pause with me. So I'm going to begin, I'm going to call in our circle, and then I have a really beautiful story to share. So as I'm calling in the circle, I'm going to invite you to come into breath, come into body, and to give yourself permission that this is my time. I'm on top of my list right now in this breath. Okay, beautiful women. Breathing with me now as I call in our Taurian beautiful energy of grounding, of earth, of coming home. I call this energy into our global circle now. I call in the higher I am presence of every woman connected to this circle, whether you are live or catching the replay. I see you. I acknowledge you. Acknowledge yourself. See yourself. Breathe into self now. We are inside this circle and we are directed with the cardinal directions. We know exactly which way to go because we are guided by north, south, east, and west, and we know we need all directions. And if we breathe and tune in, we will find the direction for us. And right now, we choose north. We choose north, the direction of new moon, the direction of coming home, the direction of moving forward with intention. We are also nourished inside this circle by the elements earth, air, fire, and water. They live within us. They inspire us. They nurture us. And we call in all of them and ask earth to be our base. Breathing into earth, intuitive heroines, as we call in now all angels, ancestors, spirit friends, and guides who wish to be with us here inside the circle. You are so welcome. Please bring your brilliance. And for every woman now, breathe in and you bring your greatness and your permission to choose yourself now. Yes, this circle is open, my friends. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So lovely to see you here. And I'm going to invite, as Taurus does, find comfort, settle in. You're probably going to want a journal and a pen, maybe a cup of tea. And we're going to begin with a story. It's a story of my morning. So for those who don't know, I live on the island of Tobago, deep in the Caribbean. Yes, I'm pretty happy about it. And I'm grateful every day. And a 10-minute walk from home is a beautiful part of our coastline, and it's Swallows Bay. And it's a little bay, which means it's protected and it's always calm. It's the Caribbean Sea in a beautiful protected bay. And this is where I will go often. Most mornings, unless I'm at yoga class or with the sheep, I'm there at Swallows Bay. And today when I turn up to Swallows Bay, it's different. And the difference is the water has pulled all the way back. And on the sand, you can see the shells and the rocks that are normally underneath water. The water has pulled all the way back. And so I sit on the sand in the shade and I tune in this circle for us all. This is a part of what I do as a magic maker. As a moon witch, is I spend time in nature and I literally listen and tune in. What do the intuitive heroines need? And so I'm doing that in the sand, and I find the beat, which is what I'm going to be sharing with you inside this circle. I find the beat and I feel like I can feel that alive inside me, and I feel like it's ready. So now I get to go into my practice, which is to move into the water and to cleanse and to invite stretch and freedom. And I start to make my way into the water and I realize I'm needing to go further and further because the water is only up to my ankle for a distance. I'm walking further and further into the Caribbean Sea and it's now only up to my knee. The water has pulled so far back. It is inviting me deeper. And I get to a certain depth and I'm saying it's not even up to my waist yet. It has pulled so far back. And I do one of my favourite things. I put the goggles on because close to Swallows Bay, there's a whole heap of reef rocks. And when you swim around the reef rocks, you can see all the reef fish. And I love them so much, all of their colours and their shapes. And so this is one of my delights on the island. I'm telling you, everyone should come to Tobago soon. I'll pick you up from the airport. Anyway, I go to swim towards the rocks. And what I notice is I'm going the direction I normally love to go, to where I find joy. But the tide is coming against me. I am swimming and not moving because the tide is so strong. Every stroke, I don't move anywhere. And I do that for a while before I realize this is not the way. And not only is this not the way, there are no fish here. I'm looking down and there are no fish here. So I turn around and I let the tide take me. I literally let go of my body and just let the tide take me. And it took me to another part that I don't normally swim at. And that's where I found the fish. But even better than that, because we're so shallow, because the water has pulled so far back, the reef rocks are just underneath me. I'm so close, which means I am so close to the fish. It was amazing and magical and a lesson for me. Deborah, if you go to the same place all the time, you're going to get exactly the same thing. And that same place, even though it feels safe, it's the rhythm that you're used to. It's not always the way. Deborah, if you had listened to the sea, you would have already heard that the sea is saying, pull back, go deeper. I went in my normal way, and then I had to reroute myself to the way that the sea was inviting me to go. And this is for all of us. Every new moon invites us to pull back within, to go to the depths, to go further inside, and to maybe find a new place. And I thank the Caribbean Sea and the reef and all of those beautiful fish and the tide for teaching me that again this morning. And for all of you, just breathe that in. In what part of my life am I invited to go deeper? Slow down to actually listen to the navigation instead of going the way I always go. Because that has so much to do with this Taurus new moon. Like I am so deeply appreciative of my relationship with nature, because when you let nature, when you let Mother Earth show you and teach you what you need in that moment, they will so happily turn up to the task. I invite that for all of us. Taurus is an earth sign, so we are invited to come into body and ground and connect to nature now. So we're going to go a little bit deeper. It's going to feel shallow. We're going to go further to get to where we need to go. And then we're going to find that what we were looking for, it's right there. It's right there. All right, my darlings. So let's go into the beats of this new moon circle. And I'm going to invite again, are you comfy? Are you settled in? Have you chosen yourself in this moment? You can. Highly recommended. So Intuitive HERoines, I'm just going to take us to where we are in our story. So where we are is we, as Intuitive HERoines, women of the Be Her Collective, we know we follow the moon. And every new moon invites us to pause and go within to then set intentions for the lunar cycle coming. And we do that every new moon. Every new moon, I'm here on Substack and you're all joining me. And for those who are in the Be Her community or paid subscribers on Substack, last month with our Aries new moon, we started a new adventure. Such fun. It's the Moon Journal, which is the expansion beyond this circle. It's meditation, journal prompts, the ritual, the guidance, the audio activation. It's the yes and to these circles. So if you are a community member or a paid subscriber, look out, because it's coming to your inbox. Maybe this afternoon, maybe tomorrow morning. Let's see how I rock and roll today. It's coming your way. And for anybody else who is not yet here as a paid subscriber on Substack, you know I want you to come for the adventure. Join us, because we tune in every new moon and every full moon so that as women we have this lunar calendar so we know our dance moves. And what the Moon Journal started last month is this. Aries new moon every year, our April new moon every year, which is spring in the Northern Hemisphere, is the beginning of the astrological new year, and is the beginning of a 12 moon, 12 cycles, evolution, this is how you manifest story. We're all in the adventure. So last month, Aries is fire, it's initiation. And Aries asks, who are you becoming? Who are you becoming? Because it's the first beat. It's not who are you now, it's who are you becoming? What are you initiating? What are you going after? That was Aries last month. And so where we are now is Taurus, which is a very different beat. So I'm just going to take a beat for a second and say, for those women who have the moon journal, it's coming at you in the next 24 hours. You are going to get more the next beat. For those who are not, or even those in the community or a paid subscriber, and you're like, I actually never got around to checking out that moon journal, just breathe now. You're good. You're exactly where you need to be. You can reflect upon Aries and find yourself here in Taurus. I don't want anyone to feel like you are behind or not winning. We're right here. You're choosing this moment. Because always in the moment now that we're in, that's where the magic is. That's where the power is. Actually, let's all just take a big deep breath. Yes, it's juicy, right? Okay, so giddy up, let's go. Let's move into this Taurus new moon energy. So this is what we know as intuitive heroines inside the Be Her collective is we're tuning in with the moon and we're tuning in with this astrological calendar and the journey, not necessarily every planet and everything that's happening, because that can be overwhelming. What we want to do is we want to actually bring it into simple. We want to find something that feels good. And Taurus energy asks that. Taurus energy says, can you please bring it back to you? Can you find earth? And can we simplify? So last month at Aries, spark of initiation. What you up to? What you going to do? Fire horse here. What are you creating? Lots of energy last month. And now this month, this lunar cycle, Taurus, always the second beat of our story. We're in chapter 2. We're asked to bring it in and find simplicity. But it's more than that. It's more than that. So every new moon, we're invited to pause and set an intention. And this Taurus new moon has a very particular invitation. So when we follow the 12 astrological signs, what they're actually doing is they're setting out a perfect roadmap for your manifestation. Whether it is a business you're working on, whether it's I just want to feel better in my body, whether it's I'm changing my bank account, I'm getting more zeros in there, or I'm ready to fall in love and find partnership this year. Whatever it may be, when you follow the astrological signs and you give yourself the time and the lunations it takes for true sustainable transformation, then you will be guided each lunation. That's what we're doing. That's why we've got the moon journal. That's why we've got these circles. And the beat we're at right now is Taurus says we all just need to calm the fuck down, come back to self, and bring it back to the body. Because it's all about abundance. Yes, if you want more, I'm going to give you a radical way of getting exactly what you want, and maybe even more than the more that you want. Taurus energy invites us to ask ourselves, am I steady? Does this feel secure? Am I safe? Taurus energy is earth, so it's like really bring it down. And Taurus takes us from this fire of Aries and back to the physical body. So a lot of people around the Taurus energy are talking about self-care, self-love. And that's true. That is true. Taurus invites that, but there's a deeper layer. And we're going to go to the depths. Remember how far I went in the story to find the fish? We're going deeper. So come with me into the depths, because Taurus energy actually says there is abundance there for you, and you don't have to work harder to get it. You can take your time. You can be steady. You can be patient. And it's not actually about doing more on the outside of you. It's about actually bringing it into your physical body and opening up to receiving the abundance. I'm just going to take a moment there, women. I'm just going to take a moment, because this deserves a moment. It really does. Women, for generations, I'm talking your mother, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, we have been taught to give, to look after the other, to be nurturing, to be aware of not only self, but the whole family, the whole community. This is a beautiful part of the feminine, that we do that. But sometimes it's at our detriment, where we go out of whack and we lose the ability to receive, for it to be your turn. Just breathe in there, and we're just going to be with the truth of it, because it's true for me. I have been working on receiving now since my 50th birthday. I turned 50 on the 1st of February, 2024. And I realized the gift I want to give myself in the 50s is to really learn how to receive. Because Taurus energy is, I want to give you the stability and the abundance that you need for that spark you had last month. You're going to need a stable foundation, and you're going to need some abundance to fuel it up. So this is the step that we're at. Who are you becoming? And what you need next in your becoming is to open up to receiving. Not to go reaching outside of you for abundance. Not to think I need to work harder in order to get that thing that I want. It's actually about bringing it into the body and opening up to receiving. Because here's a truth. We are wired and programmed. I'm not talking some weird AI stuff. I'm talking about your mind and your nervous system. You have habits, thoughts, beliefs that have wired what you do. That's why I went to swim to where I thought the fish were, because that's what Deborah always does at Swallows Bay. That's not where I found the treasure. We are wired in that way. Our nervous system is also wired to what is safe. So when we're talking about abundance, we have some stories around our value, what we're allowed, what we're worth. We have those stories, and we are programmed in those stories, and we will continue to repeat and find the actualization of those stories unless you shift it. Your nervous system says, here's our normal, this is where we're safe, we're staying right here. So that's got everything to do with your abundance, because if you want more, you got to shake them up. Safely, slowly, steady, with patience. So if you actually want the gift of the Taurus new moon, I want you to have this. Please have it. I want you to have it. If you want the gift of this new moon, you are going to bring it home, and you are going to simplify. You are going to make it about you and your deeper breath. We're going to do that right now. Because here's the truth. If you don't invite your nervous system and your mind to come along with you, then any affirmation or ritual that you do, it's not going to work, honey. It's not. Because it's going to feel great in that moment. And then your whole system that is wired for safety is going to take you back to where it feels safe. Even if in your journaling, I'm changing my abundance. I'm falling in love this year, or there's more zeros in my bank account. I'm starting that business. You can have that beautiful intention, But if you don't bring your mind and your body along, you ain't going there. You're just going to go back to the place where, oh, you thought the fish were there, but they're not there. We're going to work with the tide. We're not going to swim against. Remember in the story how I was saying, like, I was swimming but not getting anywhere because the tide was coming at me? All I had to do was turn around, and then the tide took me exactly to where the fish were. And how we're going to do that is we're going to place the focus on your breath and your nervous system. So everyone, we're going to do a little taste of it now. This full activation is a part of the Moon Journal. I recorded it down at Swallows Bay, so you also get the sound of the waves in the background of the activation this month. So I'm just going to invite you now to let go of anything. If you've got paper and pen, let it go. Just start to breathe in a way that feels good. Take an out breath. You want to breathe in through the nose, and if you can, out through the nose also. You're wanting to move towards an elongated out breath, and you're just going to continue that. And I'm just going to invite you into breathing into your physical body. Just breathe into your physical body. Just breathe into this moment. And you want to elongate the out breath because it signals to the nervous system, I'm safe, there is no threat here. I can take a deeper, longer breath. And from here, I want you to feel the gravity of your body. Feel the heaviness of your body. Feel it sitting or laying where it is right now. Feel all parts of you just surrender into being supported. Feel your whole physical body. Allow gravity to anchor you now. And then allow that gravity to expand. And from this place, you're going to breathe into the gravity of you. Breathe into the gravity of the abundance already available in your life. The beautiful people who support you. The food that you have in your fridge. The support that you have by ceiling and bed and floor. The place that you live. The people that you get to interact with. Your gifts and talents that you have been given in this life. Just breathe into the gravity of your greatness. You already have so much. And we begin at the Taurus new moon with recognizing, look how much abundance I already have. And then you breathe in and you invite more. You invite more. Just breathe in now. Open up the belly. Open up across the chest. And you're elongating that out breath and you're affirming to yourself, oh, I am ready to receive more. I am open, willing, available for more. More of exactly what I need. Because I know who I'm becoming. I set my intention at the Aries new moon. I know what I'm after. And I know now I want to be resourced from within. I am the abundance. The abundance is not outside of me. I am the abundance. And my task now is open up to receiving more. Receiving more. And then let the tide take you to where the treasure is. Because that's exactly what it'll do. You do not have to beg or force abundance. You are already worthy. Our task as women is to allow ourselves to receive it. Big, deep breath. Woo. Now let me know in the chat, because we have some women here. Let me know in the chat, what's your relationship with receiving? What is your relationship with receiving? I know for me, I used to believe that I would have to give first and then ask for a little crumb back. I did that for years. It really turned up for me when I moved into my entrepreneurial journey, because I was baffled for a couple of years. It was like, wow, I'm doing so much. Why are things not changing for me? And it wasn't about the fact that the quality of work I was putting out wasn't good. It wasn't about the fact that I wasn't speaking directly to women with what it is that they wanted in their world, for their intuition to recognize how freaking magical that we are. All of that was landing. All of that was working beautifully. But I wasn't working beautifully because I hadn't opened up to receiving. I was in give, 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 give. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get a crumb. That was my patterning. And we will recreate our pattern unless we give it a circuit breaker. And I've really worked on my abundance. Those in the Be Her community will know that I have worked on it. And let me tell you the truth here. It's taken a couple of years. I haven't been waiting the whole 2 years, but it takes time to change from the inside out. And so the most important question you can ask yourself this new moon is, what is blocking my receiving? What am I not allowing? And then not hyper-focusing on that, but just asking it to just release. And the way that we actually receive is our physical body. It's not about doing more. It's not about being more. It's actually about allowing the depth of breath so our nervous system understands it's safe to receive more. Marie says, fill your cup first and everyone else will get handled. Yes, beautiful in theory. It took me a long time to actually realize if I look after myself, I am looking after my husband, my friends, my family in Australia, the community. God, that took me a long time. So glad I figured it out though. And Rose says, I'm definitely getting better at receiving. It wasn't easy at first. Now it's getting easier. Rose, yes. And let me tell you why. It's not easy at first. Why is it not easy at first? Because your nervous system wants to stay exactly where it is. Don't you dare move on me. I don't like change. I want everything to stay exactly where it is because we figured out this safety. Don't you go expanding on me. How dare you evolve? And it's not doing it to be a bitch on the inside. It's actually doing it because it's programmed to keep you safe. And anytime we move towards expanding, we move to an edge. And the edge is not safe for your nervous system, which is why we focus on body and breath and we bring it home and we create safety within. And then, as Rose put, it gets easier. We open up more. We open up more. We open up more. And Marie says here, it's a work in progress for me. Please allow yourself to be a work in progress. It is your beautiful life. You're allowed to take your time. You're allowed the grace and space to work on what is good for you. It's simple. The Taurus new moon invites for us all to connect to abundance. So our beautiful manifestations and what we want to bring into our lives is well resourced. It's on a solid foundation. It's well resourced. And it has then what it needs to move from the second step to the third step, which is next, where we start to communicate it out into the world. Gemini new moon. I'll be here next month for that one. But for now, we want to really focus in on, am I turning up for myself? Do I need to call myself to attention if I've been self-abandoning? Am I sabotaging myself a little bit? I mean, I used to sabotage. I would get some money coming in and my nervous system would be so freaked out about the fact that I have more money in the bank account that I would suddenly need to buy all these things. Or suddenly a big bill would come. And I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? I work really hard on my abundance and I'm creating it. There's more there. And then I'm serious, within a month it would all be gone. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And then I slowed it all down and I chose to work on my insides, to share with my nervous system, hey, giddy up. We're going to go slowly so you're with me. But we're welcoming more now. We're welcoming more. Yes, we are. And your abundance, it could be money, it could be an opportunity, it could be love, it could be health and wellness. Yes. Valerie, I have a good relationship with the receiving. I'm getting clarity about what I need, and my next best step is making requests and powerfully caring for my body. Valerie, yes. I love powerfully caring for my body. Your body is everything. As a woman, your body is everything. It is where we create. It takes the quantity of our energy. And I'm going to call it, for so long, our bodies have been weaponized and scrutinized. So it's a revolutionary act to reconnect to your body and to love your body. Okay. So for those who are in the Be Her community or a paid subscriber here, look out in the next 24 hours. Your moon journal is going to be landing in your inbox. Look out for it. Loretta Jo says, I continue to accept and all the beautiful birthday love and acknowledgement of my effect on others. Did you catch that? My effect on others. We've got to be able to receive that. Loretta Jo also says, I looked around and it was almost overwhelming, but the light inside of me is accepting, growing. Yes. It takes some time, but you are worth the time. You are worth the time. Taurus is steady. It's patient. It's grounded in the earth. In your moon journal, there's an audio activation from me that's literally going to help you with your receiving. There's a meditation if you want to actually bring it into breath and take some moments for you. Both of them, the meditation and the activation, I didn't try to do this. They're both 13 minutes long. Picking up what I'm putting down? 13, Divine Feminine. You've got an audio activation. You've got a meditation. There's also journal prompts. And if you wish, some next aligned steps that you can take. But for our Taurus new moon, we're bringing it all in. We're calming the fuck down. We're making it about ourselves. We're making comfort from the inside. We're acknowledging I am the abundance. I am the abundance. And my task now is to find deep grounding, to go a little bit deeper, and to open up to receiving the more that is ready and available for me. If you are not yet a paid subscriber here on Substack, I say jump on with us. We're only at the second chapter of our moon journal. You are not behind. Please join us. And every month I am supporting you at New Moon with the Moon Journal, coming up as of this month at full moon with very dedicated activations, meditations, or channelings to support you also at full moon. Because as women, we align with the moon. Our nervous system aligns with the moon. We work in cycles just like the moon does. So if you are not yet with us here, you are lovingly invited to join us inside the Be Her Collective here on Substack as a paid subscriber. It is so worth your $9 a month. It is a gift to give yourself. And for community members, you know I love you madly. You also get the Moon Journal and more coming your way. And for now, let's all breathe it in. Believe it to be true that we are abundant. We are the intuitive heroines. We have everything that we need, and our task now is to breathe and receive. This circle is officially closed.